Hi friends, this is Rajiv, and yesterday I got a message from someone in India who's an IIT aspirant, and he asked me the following questions. He asked me that how did I get into IIT and what are some of the tips that I can have for him to increase his chances for success at the IIT JEE exam. So that made me think, and I looked back to the time in 1987 when I cleared IIT exam in the first attempt, and I got a rank of 309, and I was able to go to IIT Bombay and get a degree in electrical engineering. And the journey was a 2-year process, and I remember that I graduated from high school, my 10th grade in 1985, and immediately after get exams, within a week or so I started thinking about IIT. And I had a friend of mine who was even a little advanced than me. He got into foundation course and from brilliant tutorials at that time, and but that was the journey. And I started reading books. I started talking to people who have got success into IIT before me, and there are a lot of people whom I talked to, and they gave me good advice. And I focused on the advice that they gave me, and a lot of them was the right kind of books and the right kind of practice. So I read A. Pinsky, Irodov, Zimansky for physics. Then I think for algebra there was a book called Kretschmer, which was very helpful, and then the local books of in Bihar, Lalji Prasad, and there are a lot of other books. But what I'm going to talk about is not the technical books that you read. You can go to any of the quota classes or Agarwal classes or whatever be the coaching class to get that information. My focus is on what is called the mindset, because IIT JEE success is as much about mindset as it is about the learning of the actual courses. So what is the right mindset that you need to have? So I'm going to give you 5 qualities that you must have to get into IIT or any engineering exam and to increase your chances in those exams. So number 1 is that you got to believe in hard work. Now, what do I mean by it? Sounds very simple, that you got to believe in hard work. Almost everybody believes in hard work. But what I mean is that I remember a time, I think in 1985, just when I got into my intermediate college, and I met a gentleman who was maybe a couple of years senior to me, and he was already in an engineering college. And I asked him that, I'm going to work hard, but what is the guarantee that I will be successful? What happens if I fall sick before the exam? What happens when I'm not able to succeed even after my efforts? In that case, all my hard work would go in vain. And he gave me something which was very important. He gave me a lesson, and he said that trust your hard work. So if you are not lucky, then you might not get in, but that's okay. That is possible, but at least you will know that you have put in your very best. So just trust that you are lucky just by the virtue of numbers, and go for it. And that made me really get into a more positive mindset that my hard work would be rewarded, and rest was hard work, which is point number 2. Belief in hard work is point number 1, and actual hard work is number 2, because if you don't believe in hard work, you would not be able to put in hard work. But if you do believe in hard work, you still might work hard or not. That is a choice. So what I did was, right after my 10th grade, I decided I want to put in my very best. I had this determination that I will do whatever I can, because I did not do very well in my 10th exam. So I had this ferocity within me. So I said that I will sleep for 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever it takes. And now I know it's not very healthy to sleep less than 6 or 7 hours, but I did do that. So I think I was sleeping maybe 4 to 6 hours on an average. But for rest of the time I was studying, and what was important in the way I studied was I had set up time. So I used to wake up early in the morning because somebody told me that if you wake up early in the morning and if you read something, you will remember it for a long time. So I woke up in the morning, I used to read chemistry at that time because a lot of memorization of formulas and so on. So consistent hard work with strategic timing on, you focus on what makes most sense from a timing perspective and be regular. You got to work every day, not just before the exam. Once you get into IIT, but you can have different strategies, but till the time you get into IIT, you got to be disciplined and determined. And number 3 is self-awareness. You got to be aware of where you are. So just because you have a dream to get into IIT or an engineering college, that does not mean that you will get into one. There are a lot of people who are trying to get into IIT and you are competing with all of them. So what is the meaning of self-awareness? You got to take the test, go through the mock exams, figure out how much you are lacking. Are you able to do one or two? Talk to people who are in the same group as you, who are also competing. Talk to the teachers, coaching institute people who have got experience, and by getting that kind of experience of the exam from the mock interview, you'll know exactly where you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and how you can strategize. So self-awareness is very important, because if you're not aware of what your strengths and weaknesses, it would be very, very devastating for you when you don't succeed. And at the same time, if you know what your strengths are, you can work hard on it and really increase your chances. So first is belief in hard work. Second is hard work, discipline over a period of time. Third is self-awareness. Number 4 is support structure. You got to have the right support structure around you. It's easier when your family supports your routines and whatever you need to do to work hard. I was very lucky. My parents really helped me. They gave me a place to study and gave me all the books, even though it was very difficult for them. And I also had friends who were also very determined. And by this whole immersion, both at home and in college with friends, and also my teachers who were very, very supportive of my dream. So by having the right structure around me, I definitely increased my chances of success. And it's for any goal that you have. If you have the right kind of social support, it's easier because you can get feedback. So for any exam, I would suggest make sure that you identify 1 or 2 people who are equally determined to succeed, and just when you work with them and compete with them, that increases your level, and you will push yourself even though your body and your mind does not want to. Number 4 is, so I'm just going to repeat. I said belief in hard work is number 1, hard work is number 2, support structure is number 4, self-awareness is number 3. So number 5 is competitive nature. So the world is competitive. And when you reach at my stage, then you can let go of some of your ferocity. But what I've found is that throughout your career, throughout your education, you are competing with others who are trying for the same goal that you want. And there are limited opportunities. So you got to understand how you are, and you got to have this competence that if you see somebody else who's better than you, you can learn from them and try to see how you can improve. What I say is that you should be competitive in your art, but friendly in your relationships. So you got to keep your eye on the prize, be very focused and not deviate from the path. Be very, very competitive every day as you are trying to progress. Make sure that you see how you fare with respect to your competitors, your peers, and you keep on tweaking your skills and your effort to get ahead. So these are the 5 things which really helped me to succeed in IIT. I hope this helps you. I'll try to create more videos on this. Please subscribe this channel. And if you have any questions about IIT entrance exam, please let me know. I would like to help you in your journey, and I wish you all the best, because this year in 2020, IIT and the JEE exams and NEET exams are happening right now, and it is causing a lot of stress for a lot of students. Just take precautions and keep focused and go for it. There are times in life where you don't have control over how things are outside you, but you got to have total control over your mindset and your effort. And if you do that, you definitely increase your chances of success. I wish you a lot of success in your journey. All the best. This is your friend Rajiv. Take care.